Hi, John Park here. Now that you have learned the notes of the major scale and where to find them on the guitar neck, it is now time to learn how to use them to construct chords that you can build songs and melodies around. We started last time with the C major chord. The C major chord is formed from 3 notes of the C major scale. It is built around the 1st, 3rd and 5th scale degrees. These are the notes C, E and G. The C major chord is simply playing these 3 notes together. Like we analyse the intervals between the scale notes, we also need to analyse the intervals between the notes of the chords. Between the 1st and 3rd degrees of the scale, there are 4 half steps or semitones. Between the 3rd degree of the scale and the 5th degree, there are 3 half steps or semitones. This simple formula applies to every single major chord. So to create a major chord, you simply start on the root note, move up 4 half steps to find the 3rd, and another 3 more half steps to find the 5th. The next chord after C major is D. The D chord has to use the notes from the C major scale. So if we start on the 2nd note of the scale, which is D, the next note of the scale is the 4th, which is F, and the 6th, which is A. Let's look at the intervals again. Between D, the root, and F, the 3rd, there are 3 half steps. Between F, the 3rd, and A, the 5th, there are 4 half steps. When we play this chord, it has a completely different tonality to the last one. That is because the intervals are reversed, and this chord has a flattened 3rd. It is in fact the chord of D minor. D major would follow a 4/3 format and would contain F sharp, but there is no F sharp in the C major scale. So the corresponding D chord has a flattened 3rd, and this 3/4 formula is the formula for a minor chord. The 2nd chord of a major scale is always minor. Let's move up to E. The E chord contains E, G and B. If we analyse the intervals, we see it is a 3/4 formula, which means the chord is E minor. If we move up another note to build the F chord with A and C, we find it is a 4/3 interval, so it is F major. The same is true of the J major chord with B and D, until we get to A, C and E to create the A chord. That is also a 3/4 chord, so it is minor. The final chord of the scale is B. This is really unusual as it has both a flattened 3rd and a flattened 5th, and the chord has 3 half steps between each of the 3 chord notes. This chord is a diminished chord. It's one we very rarely use in songwriting, but now that you know it is there, you might find it useful. Like the notes of the major scale, there is a simple formula to find the chords of the major scale. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, and then diminished. One way to represent them is as Roman numerals, 1 to 7, each being a separate chord degree of the scale. Capital letters for the major scale chords and lowercase for the minor chords. We add a superscript 0 for the diminished 7th, which is a special kind of minor chord. So let's play the chords of the major scale in the open position. I have used chord box notation to show you how to play them. The box represents the 6 strings and the first 5 frets of the neck, so the open position chords for the C major scale sound like this. Next time, I will show you another simple formula that will enable you to play the chords of the major scale in any key. Thanks for watching.